Alright guys, what is up and welcome on back to another tier list. I believe this would be, I think this would be July to September, right? Yeah, I think it would be July to September. Okay, let's go by oldest first. Okay. So, we're gonna start things off as we normally do, but before then, like, subscribe, and if you guys are not using a supported creator code, use code CVT in the Fortnite item shop. It'll help me with all these car videos, as well as it'll help me with any like car reviews that I do, basically. But before we do start things off, I do want to do a few things with the tier list. Alright, first off, actually, what do I want to do with the tier list? I think I'll bring the Quadra down. I think I would bring the Quadra down to A, because it hasn't really held up as well as I thought it would in recent years. Well, not years, but I guess days. I think we'll bring. I think the Dodge Hellcat should stay up there. I think everything's fine as it is. Yeah. Actually, no, let's bring the Megastar down to B. Actually, let's bring it below the Revolver. Because the Megastar, you can't really hear the sound on, and it does not have any customizability. So, yeah, I think that thing belongs down here because, like I said, it doesn't really have that much customizability. Now, everything else, I think, is mostly looking fine. So let's go ahead and start off with everything else, starting with the Ripper. Now, the Ripper, I believe, is 1,500 V-Bucks in the item shop. Does not have any collab decals, it's just its own standalone car. They had to get rid of the armor plating and from Rocket League to replace it with a windshield and Fortnite. I wish they would have kept the armor plating though, honestly. I feel like that could have been a lot better. Just like made it like a little bit skinnier so like people could shoot through the armor plating, or make it like the glass window where it will just like shatter into pieces or something like that after you like shoot it enough. I feel like that's what they should have done with the Ripper and kept its original design, because now its design is not so good. It sounds good, but the design's terrible, and it wasn't released in a good time frame, honestly. I feel like this could have been released back in Chapter 5, Season 3, and it would have been much better time to release the Ripper. I don't think it's that worth it of a car, because there are so many other cool cars out there, and if you want a, if you wanted a more wastelandy kind of Mad Max kind of vibes car, then you could have gotten the Lockjaw, which is $10, and that would have came with the skin as well. So I feel like I'm just gonna put it down in C, like top of C. Oh yeah, also I wanted to change the diesel around too. I wanted to put that up into B. I think I'm gonna put that above the Revolver, because the diesel, right? The diesel is a lot better. Well, it's like really good for a 2,500 V-Buck car, and whenever I was originally pricing it, or I mean not pricing it, but tier listing it, I was thinking of it in mostly the 4,000 aspect, the 4,000 V-Buck aspect, which is why I was at the bottom. Nowadays, though, I'm starting to think of it from the 2,500 V-Buck aspect, and I'm thinking of how good of a car it is. It's a really nice car. But yeah, let's go on to the Corvette. Corvette, a completely free car. If you would have gotten it through the summer road trip challenges, kind of like the Cybertruck was, but this one was the summer trip for this year. I really like the Corvette. It's really nice sounding. For one. For two, it has a great design to it. And for three, it was completely free. And anybody who got it for free also got that decal along with them. Along with that, I mean. I think I think I'll put it up in S tier for sure because it's like I said, it's a free car. Hold on. How much is it if you don't have it? It doesn't say. Okay, yeah, I don't know how much it is then. So I think I'm just gonna go off of the assumption that it is 2,500 V-Bucks. And I'll put it, it's better than the Mustang, in my opinion. It's definitely better than the Shelby. I do want to raise the Void Burn up a little bit, I think. You know, I think I'm gonna put the Corvette right here behind the Fairlady Z because I like the Fairlady Z a lot. I'll put the Void Burn right there because the McLaren 765 LT hasn't been really keeping up as much. I think I'll put the Dodge right there. McLaren 570S though has been doing really well for me, honestly. It comes with a bunch of base decals and it comes with, I think, 2 or 3 dead mouse decals. Very nice McLaren. I think it's better looking than the 765 LT, plus it's cheaper priced than the 765 LT, and it's also cheaper than the Senna. But the only thing is the Senna has a few more decals. It sounds really nice. The not the 765 LT, but the 570S. Sounds really, really good, in my opinion. I like it a lot. But for the placement, wherever it goes against those two, should it be above or below the Senna? I think I'm gonna put it like right here. Actually, I'll put it below the Corvette, since the Corvette was free. I was gonna put it above the Corvette. I was thinking, yeah, the Corvette's free, so I think I'm gonna put it below. Now, oh my god. Sorry, my throat's just kind of bleh right now. Kind of iffy. Hold on. Let me get something to drink. Now, the BMW M3 E30. I think this is a really, really good car. Like a really good car. It has really nice decals, although I feel like the Power Rangers decals should have just been one decal, like the ones that look exactly the same, not the white and green one, but all the other ones. I feel like they should have been the exact same decal, except you could have probably just like customized it by color. I feel like that would have been a lot better way of doing it. The BMW itself is really nice, sounds good. Great design, great attention to detail, and the wheels are actually pretty nice as well. The only thing is, it doesn't come with any base decals. That's my main problem with it. So I don't think I'll put it up in S tier because of that. Because that's holding it back. Besides that though, it's a great car overall. Sounds amazing, looks amazing, and I'm pretty sure it was 2,800 though, wasn't it? No, it was 2,000. Okay, never mind. I'm just losing it. Holy crap, I'm losing it. Yeah, I think I'll just put it up here then. I think I'll put it up in S because it's 2,000. I think 2,000 is a nice little spot for it. But where in S should I put it? That's the question. Wait, hold on. Oh, I didn't know you could do that. That's cool. Okay, I might... You know what? Somebody asked me to do this. I'm gonna add an S tier. Where I put my top 10 cars. I did not know you could do that. So I'm sorry for doing that mid thing. But for the BMW, I think we're gonna put it above these 3 right here. I think we're gonna put it above those 3 right there. Actually, no, I think I'll just leave it up to top 5. Yeah, I didn't know you could add a thing there. That's really cool, actually. So yeah, my top 5 cars will always stay up in SS. If one falls, I mean, like if something else goes up there, then I'll take one out, depending on which car it is, obviously. But yeah. All right. Next up is the Twinzer. Now, a lot of people say this thing looks like the Octane 3.0 or 2.0 or whatever you want to call it. But honestly, I don't really see it. I honestly don't see it at all. Hold on. I'm just doing this for comparison's sake. But between these two right here, I don't see it. The Twinzer looks more like a Doom buggy than the Octane does. The Octane just looks... I don't know what it looks like exactly. It looks like an RC car, kind of. While the Twinzer looks more like one of those dune buggies you'd see over in like the eastern kind of countries, like the deserty ones, you know, like where they just go rally racing and stuff like that. That's what this car reminds me of. And if it was an off-roader, I feel like that would be great for it. Oh, I did not mean to do that. But the thing is, this car is a Whiplash, so yeah. But I can see why it's a Whiplash, obviously. I think I'm gonna set it. I think I'm actually gonna set it higher than the Ripper though, at that C tier. Still, I think I'll keep it inside that C tier. But actually, here's the car sound. I forgot to play that. Sorry. But the car itself, yeah, I think it's pretty mediocre. It's nothing too amazing. The Jackal though, I mean, it's fine. It has those One Punch Man decals, it has all those customizable base decals. But I haven't really used it since I got it. But off of those first impressions I got, let me think back there. I think most of the cars in B tier are better than it. Yeah, most of the cars in B tier are better than this thing. I think I'll set it like mid B tier. Like right here. Yeah, I feel like that's a good spot. I kind of like the Performance E a little bit better than the Jackal. Now, for the Takumi. The Takumi is a car I've long waited on. I like this car a lot. It looks amazing. It sounds pretty good. Alright, gonna take it. Its interior customization is lacking, just like all the other Rocket League cars. But it's not meant to be like one of those like super in-depth, like detailed cars. It's supposed to be like a Rocket League original, which I feel like they did a great job with. It's supposed to be like an original kind of JDM kind of design. And I feel like they did a great job with that. Not as good as the Shokunin though. I feel like the Shokunin was a little bit better in that aspect. And I feel like the Nimbus is a bit of a better car than the Takumi was. I don't really like the Zentari as much though. So I think I'll set it below the Jaeger but above the Zentari. Because the Zentari was fine, it just didn't have as much decals to make up for it, and plus the Takumi has that freaking cat decal, which I love. But yeah, next up, Kai Cenat's Mercedes. Now, I'm pretty sure this thing was 2800. Let me go double check that before I make a clown of myself again. Okay, yeah, it was 2500. I'm glad I double checked that. Okay, so 2500, honestly, no good decals, in my opinion. The decals were not good. Except for the matte black one. I did like the matte black. But, like... it's a single color, you know? It's just like a different shade of black. You couldn't have added like base decals, you couldn't have added stripes to this thing. Like or like some sort of like gold to this thing. Maybe like some sort of like luxury decal. There's so many decals they could have added to this thing, but Mercedes AMG was kind of a letdown to me, honestly. Wasn't the best. Like, definitely wasn't the worst, but it wasn't anywhere near S tier in my opinion. I feel like I feel like I'm gonna put it right here. Because I feel like the Ram and the Jeep are really good SUVs, right? They're really good SUVs that keep up with like all the other SUVs pretty well. I feel like the Shokunin I do like, and I would use a lot more than the Mercedes. Actually, you know what? This thing's going down here. Yeah, the Quadra's going down there because I don't feel like I'd use the Quadra more than Mercedes. But overall, the Mercedes was kind of a letdown. Now, I think I'm gonna rank the Pontiac before I rank the Chevy Astro van. But these two are absolute freaking meme cars. I love them. But the Pontiac I love slightly less because there are other cars you can choose from. Plus, it's also got a competitor in the kit car. Obviously, they're both Pontiacs, but I love the pop-up headlights on this thing. Right now, the way to get it is you got to get to tier 1 inside the Rocket Pass, the current Rocket Pass. So you guys still have a chance to get this thing up until I think it is December. If you guys have crew, then you get it automatically. All you have to do is log into Rocket League and you'll get this thing immediately. Now, I feel like the car is pretty nice though. It has really good decals, and the band decal and the mall cop, both of these have that really cool decal. Calified though isn't so good, honestly. I feel like though the Firebird is a very nice car, but would I use it as much as the kit though? I feel like I wouldn't, honestly. Just because its decals go better on the Chevy Astro van than they do on the Firebird. And I mean that genuinely. I could just use the Chevy Astro van and get some better use out of those decals. And then the kit car I could just use instead of the Firebird, unless I want specifically the Firebird as my Pontiac and those pop-up headlights, you know? But the kit car kind of has a little bit of a better sound than the Firebird. Alright. Here we go. The Firebird has a really nice sound though. I feel like I'll put it above the Lambo, but nowhere higher. Yeah, I feel like that's where I'm gonna set it. As for the Chevy Astro van, that's immediately going into S. I think it's going to go above the Bronco. Yeah, I feel like that's a nice spot for it. I feel like I should set it into S tier, I mean SS tier, but actually, let me rename this to top 5. Yeah, there we go. Nice. Okay. So the OXR fan car thingy majiggy, the SUV. I don't know what it's supposed to be. I'm just gonna be straight up with you. It looks like a warthog from Halo. It looks like a warthog from Halo. It has very nice decals. One of them is completely customizable, which is really good, honestly. It doesn't have those base decals, but I couldn't see the base decals working on this thing to begin with, obviously, or honestly. I completely forgot how much this thing is. I think it's 1,500, right? I feel like it's 1,500. I feel like I'm wrong for that though. Oh no, it is 1,500. Okay. Okay, it's the Recoil AV. I thought it was called OXR van or something like that, but it's called the Recoil AV. Okay. Now, I feel like I'm gonna put it above the Bronco, just because it's 1, cheaper, 2, it actually, no, actually, hold on, let me think. Bronco vibes. I think I will set it lower. Because the Bronco, like, has such attention to detail, like, really good attention to detail in the interior. Plus, it has really nice decals, in my opinion. The, I know what you're all about to say about the wood panel one doesn't fit it as well, which I agree with, but I think the wood panel is the only thing that can make those lane strike wheels go with that something. But I'm not even the wood panel isn't even the decal that I'm talking about mostly. It's mostly that one decal. Crap, I forgot what it's called. It's got like that, it's a unique Bronco decal that's completely customizable. I like to use it in like black and white. It looks really good, honestly, the decal that I'm talking about. But anyway, back to the Recoil AV. The Recoil AV. I think I'm gonna set it above the Bronco actually, because I just convinced myself that I should put it above the Bronco. Because it's one, cheaper, two, I like its design a little bit better, even though it is designed like really low to the ground. Three, I feel like the decals are a tiny bit better on the Recoil, but the sound's not quite there. All right. Honestly, not as much as the Bronco is, at least. So yeah, I feel like that's a nice spot for it. All right, now on to the last two cars of the video. First off is the Batmobile. Now the Batmobile, I'm not really too sure where to put this thing, honestly, because it's a nice looking car, but it has terrible decals. I think it's a little bit overpriced, and it also, what's the other thing? Oh yeah, also, it doesn't sound the best. I feel like I should have gone with the V8 instead of whatever it sounds like right now. I think it's kind of like a V6-ish kind of thing. But either way, I don't really like how it sounds right now, honestly. It's overpriced, lack of decals, everything like that. So I don't think it's going to go in S tier. Will it go in A tier? I think it'll go in A tier. Actually, yeah, I think it'll go in A tier. Not as high as the Lambo for me though, or the Nimbus. I like the Nimbus a lot. I think it'll go low A tier, like very low A tier, because oh, how much was it again? Holy crap! Can't believe I'm forgetting this now. Now of all times, I'm forgetting this. Batmobile was $2,500. I was thinking it was $2,800, but it's still overpriced a little bit. I feel like it should have been $2,000, honestly. It only comes with like 3 decals, which the Joker decal is completely, like, that Joker decal is completely terrible. Like, absolutely horrific. They should not have done that. They should have made it like a green and purple, honestly. Not whatever the crap this thing is. I've got to put it on the screen right now. Yeah, I feel like I should be there. Now, for the last car, Porsche 918 Spyder. This is going to be a tough one because the other Porsche, the 911 GT3 RS, is really nice as well. I kind of want to put this thing in my top 5, but at the same time, I'm like, do I really want to? Because it's really good, just like the other Porsche. Its decals leave a lot to be desired for me though. Especially the Gold Sonic one. The Gold Sonic one should have been a Tails or an Eggman, not a Gold Sonic. As for the car itself, it has good interior design, looks amazing. The sound is really nice. It's very, very pleasant to hear. They're both the same price. Actually, hold on. I know the 918 Spyder is $2,800. How much is the 911 GT3 RS? $2,800 as well. Okay. Oh yeah, plus I forgot the 911 GT3 RS got the Star Wars stuff, didn't it? Oh yeah. Yeah, I feel like I'm gonna have to put it below the GT3 RS because of that. Honestly. Yeah, I think that looks good. I feel like that's how I want this tier list to be right now. Actually, I'm gonna move the Beskar down to D tier. I'm gonna move it below the Behemoth. Because the Beskar is not the only Star Wars car inside of the pool right now. And that's what was keeping it up a little bit. If even that little tiniest bit right there. But the Beskar isn't the only Star Wars car here anymore. Now we got the 911 GT3 RS as a Star Wars car. But is there anything I should change about this? What do you guys think? I think it's looking fine for the most part. Tell me below what you guys would change about it, and I think that's where I'll end this video off. So I will see you guys again in my next car review if you guys watch those. Keep in mind I do car reviews on every single car in the game. Or I will see you guys at the end of 2025 for a huge car tier list on all cars from 2025. I think I'm gonna make a tier list. I think I'm gonna like end the tier list off in 2025 for the quarter ones, like each quarter of the year, and then I'm gonna start going by season. So yeah, like say in chapter 7, I start off with like, oh yeah, chapter 7 season 1 cars, rank them all. Chapter 7 season 2 cars, rank all those, that kind of thing, you know. I feel like that's how I'm gonna do it whenever I get into chapter 7, or we get to chapter 7 or whatever. But yeah, thank you guys for listening to me yap about cars for, I think it's been like 30 minutes or so, maybe even more. And I'll catch you guys in the next one.